Welcome to JFlare. In today's tutorial, we're going to be creating a stunning corset top. I'm going to walk you through the entire process of creating this top from scratch to finish, from pattern drafting to sewing and then to the finishing. Now, in this tutorial, I'll be using two different fabrics so you can wear the corset as front or back, whichever way you prefer. Okay guys, so let's get started and let's bring your fashion ideas to life. So guys, this is a sketch of the corset top that we'll be making. It's a three-part corset. The cup is divided into three and it has three bowling channels at the front, and then it will have a strap, a shoulder strap. And then I'll be using my patterns, already drafted patterns. I always draft my pattern before every tutorial. I have a video on how to draft the basic patterns. I'll put the link in the description box. And these are the fabrics I'll be using. This is Ankara, and this is Mikado silk, liquid Mikado silk fabric. Okay, so let's go into the pattern drafting. Now this is my front pattern. I'll start with the front pattern. So the first thing I'll do is to mark the full length of my corset. So because it's a very short corset and just around the waist, I'll just drop my waistline by 2.5 inches. And then I'll square a line across to form the hem line of my corset and cut it out. And then I'll transfer my bust dart to the waist dart, then open up my waist dart. On the shoulder seam area, I'll divide my shoulder seam into two, then connect that point to my bust point with a straight line. And then I'll draw my bust arc. My compass is available, so I'll just use my compass to draw my bust arc. Remember, the bust arc is the difference between your bust line and your under bust line, or your bust point and your under bust. Okay, whatever the difference is, just mark it around using the bust point as the focal point. So this is my bust arc, and it's on this arc that I'm going to do my contour 4 and contour 6. So at the center front area, I'll be doing contour 5 to eliminate the excess fabric around the center front area. Contour 5 is 3 over 4. That's I marked 3 over 8 on each sides of the bust line. So that's contour 5, and then I'll close it. And then I'll insert paper under my darts so I can work on the under bust area. So I'll check the measurements at my under bust area, as I'll measure the under bust, and then whatever I get, I'll deduct from my under bust measurements divided by 4. So I have 9.25, and my under bust is supposed to be 8 inches. So I'll mark half inch at the front and 3/4 at the back. So I've done my under bust contour, and then I'll connect to my waistline like this. Connect that point to your waistline, and then do the same thing at this other side. Let's work on the sides. I'll be snatching my pattern by 2 inches. Okay, so I'm removing a total of 2 inches from my waist measurement, and then I'll divide that 2 by 2. 1 inch will be for the back and 1 inch for the front. So I'm marking half inch for the front and half inch for the back because I'm drafting half of my pattern. But before that, I'll do my contour 8, which is the tightening at the armhole area. Contour 8 is half inch, so I've marked half inch and connected to my waistline. Okay, so I'll be connecting this point here to the half inch mark on my waistline, which is for the snatching. So that's the excess I'll be taking out from the side. And then I'll connect to my hem line. Okay, I'll just drop down the waist by 1 inch. I just want it to appear a bit slimmer than it is. I just want the waist to be slim. So I'll do 1 inch downwards. We can do two. Normally I'll do two if I'm making a very long corset, but because it's not that long, I'll just use one. Then connect to your hemline. And this is what the side of my corset pattern looks like. I'll be discarding that part. So we are done with the snatching and the side. Now let's draw the under bust curve. Let's draw the bust curve. So I'll just use my curved ruler. I'll be using the curved part of my ruler to connect to the bust point from the under bust. I'll do the same thing for this other side. Okay, so this is what my pattern looks like right now. So at the center front, I'll be coming in by 1/2 inch to create that gap that is in the corset. So I'll connect my style line to that point. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my neckline. It's a sweetheart neckline, and then I'll connect it to the side. So I would like to raise the side by 3/4 inches. Okay, so I just took it up by 3/4, then I'll connect. And this is what my neckline is looking like right now. We're almost done, but I've not done my over bust contour. So I'll be doing that right now. I'll mark 1/2 inch on each side of this line on the bust arc, then connect to the bust point. And then because my style line, that's neckline, is not touching the bust arc or where the contour is, I'll just connect further to the shoulder area. Can you see that? Okay, so I've been able to get the neckline into the contour, and then I'll fold my paper and redraw the line. So to get the size of my cup, I'll go in by 1.5 inch, or you can add 1/2 inch to your bust span measurement divided by 2. So if your bust span measurement is 8 inches divided by 2, that's 4. Then you add half, that's 4.5. So you just mark 4.5 from your bust point, but I'm going in by 1.5. So I'll connect this point, the 1.5 point here, to my under bust to form the side cup curve. That's the curve of my corset cup. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is it. And then for this other side, I'll just connect it to the point at the bust line there. This point here. I'll just connect it to the under bust to form the curve. So I have my cup all drawn out for the two sides. So to make it a three-piece cup, a three-part cup, a three-piece cup, I'll just step down by 2.5. You can do more or less if you want, and then connect to the center front area. Connect to the center front area. I'm not going to measure this part, I'll just eyeball it. Okay, connect that point to the center front area like this, and then also connect to the back. Just flip the ruler and connect to the back. Our cup is now divided into 3 parts. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm just going to do all the necessary labeling that I need to show the different parts of my corset. Okay, this is very important. It is a very important thing that we should do. Please do not forget to label the different parts, because by the time you cut, you might get a bit confused. So try to label. Guys, for the strap, I'm just going to measure. I'll go in by, let's say, 1.5 inch, and then measure what I have from that point to my shoulder, take note of the measurement, just write it down somewhere. I'm going to do the same thing for the back, and I'll add up the two to get the length of my strap. Okay, so I'm just doing further labeling, and it's time to cut. So guys, this is what my pattern looks like right now after cutting. So this part I can choose to sew them to bring them together, or I just decide to gum them from the pattern and cut as one. So it wasn't that straight, so I just took out a little from the sides and then brought them together as one. So I'll just join them with my tape, and this is it. So I can cut this part on fold, and this is what my front patterns look like. Alright, let's keep this aside and work on the back. Okay, I won't be doing that much on the back. I'll just drop the waistline by 2.5 inches like I did in the front. Connect to form a straight line. So this is the full length of my back pattern right now. So I'll start by doing contour 8 at the side. I'll just take in 1/2 inch from the armhole, then connect to the waistline. So I'll just take it up by 3/4 like I did in the front, and then I'll snatch my back waist by 1/2 inch and connect to that point on the armhole area. So I'll be taking out this whole area. So I'll come down by 1 inch and then connect to the side. Okay, so this is the excess I'll be taking out of my pattern after it has been snatched. So I'll just do my contour 7 at the back. I'll raise my that leg to the back span, that's the across back line, and then I'll redraw my darts. Now this contour is very important for the back neckline, to take out the excess fabric on the back neckline. So this is my back neckline right now. And then I'll be taking out 1 inch from the waistline and 1.5 from the bust line, and that will be the opening for my modesty panel if I'll be adding one. So for the placket, that's the eyelet placket, I'll do 1.25. So this becomes the area for the eyelet placket. I'll be sewing my eyelet placket on this side. Now, if you observe, my dart is very close to the place where the placket is, and the distance is very, very low, very small. So I'm going to redraw my dart. I'll just I'll transfer my dart from where it is to somewhere else. So I'll just divide this line, my waistline, by 2, and then measure my dart intake and transfer to this new line. I'm just redrawing my dart to create a kind of balance at the back, so that it's the initial dart was too close to where the placket is. That's just what I'm doing. So I'll connect to the post, to the back span. So this is my new dart right now. And then I'll do the same thing at the M line. I'll measure the dart intake at the M line and transfer it to the new line here. Okay, so this is my new dart. Okay, so just close around the neckline and redraw. This is 1 and 2. So I'm done with all that I need to do for the back, and just cut right now. So I'll just label each part so that I don't get confused. And that's all about the back pattern drafting. And then I'll do the same thing that I did for the front. I'll measure the area from the neckline to the shoulder for my shoulder strap. I'll add up what I have from the back to the front, and this becomes my shoulder strap. That's the total length is what I'll be cutting on my fabric. So this is my complete pattern for the front and the back all cut out. So I placed my pattern on my fabric and I'll be cutting with half inch on the hem line, 1 inch on the side, and then half inch everywhere else. So I'll do this for the front and the back. Now remember I said I was going to use two different fabrics. Okay, so one will be the lining and the other will be at the front. Or do I say the two fabrics will be used for the front and the back? So there is no one that is the lining. But for the cup area, I'm going to cut three. One is going to be the lining because I'll be doing my bust caging on that one. So that one will be the inside, that's in between the Ankara fabric and the plain fabric. Okay, so that the lines from the bust caging will not be showing the other side. So I'll be cutting three for the cup only. And then I'll cut my interfacing. I'll be adding my interfacing to the Ankara fabric. And I'll also cut soft wording for the cup area only. Okay, so that's all I'll be doing. And these are my all cut out fabrics. I have two, the plain fabric and the Ankara fabric, and my interfacing for this one. I have the same thing for this and this. Then for the cup area, I have soft wording, plain fabric, the Ankara fabric, and the one I'll be using for the lining, and the one I'll be using for the bust cage. Okay, so I have three, and one interfacing, one soft wording. Guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. We'll be sewing the corset top in another video. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, just give it a thumbs up and share with as many people that can benefit from it. Let me know your thoughts and questions in the comments section, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.